Hey everyone, just wanted to say a big thank you for the first 5 months here on YouTube. It's been an incredible ride so far, and it's all because of your support, and especially the support around sharing the videos on all social media platforms. Since we're headed into the 6th month of this channel, I wanted to put together a special video that showed some of my favorite moments so far from financial audits. And if you know anyone that might enjoy this type of content, feel free to share this video with them because we're really trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And remember, one of the first 50,000 subscribers will win $1,000 the week we hit 50,000. So with all that being said, enjoy the video. Well, would it be exciting if I told you in the month of April, you spent $1,234. Steve Madden, so $86 shoes?
Yes.
Panda Express, so do you eat out a lot?
I want to say yes.
Yeah. $5 at Walmart. Like, what's $5 from Walmart? $10 from Walmart. So it was a very exciting day for Walmart. And then IHOP. So lots of food. Yeah, so you deposited $16 more than you actually spent. Well, did you know that you spent $218 more last month than you put in to your checking account?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Isn't that kind of scary?
Yes.
I mean, there's lots of eating out here. We got Pub and Grill. Yeah, Wendy's. How much do you shop from Amazon? Because I see Amazon.
I have not done that recently.
Chinese food in Austin. We have an Uber trip. We have Uber Eats. We have a Lyft trip. And we have an Uber trip. We got Starbucks. We got McDonald's. Auntie Anne's. Like, we're just getting some pretzels.
That was at the airport.
And then Chick-fil-A.
Airport.
What are you willing to cut back on? Because you clearly have to.
Eating out.
And you hate cooking.
Don't be like me. That's about it.
So in total, in that month's time, you brought in, after taxes, $2,816. Does that seem low, high, about what you expected?
No, that seems about what I expected.
How much do you think came out of your checkings account total?
Probably like, what, $4,000?
You're actually close, $4,500, but...
The life of a model and an actress is just so expensive, and I have like...
But how do you spend more money than you take in by almost double?
I don't know. I can't even explain it to you, but it makes sense in my head. But to say it out loud, I know it's like, how do you spend more than you have?
Does this make sense in your head? 13 overdraft fees.
Yes.
You're literally paying the bank for you to spend money.
That's true. I do that sometimes.
13 times.
Yeah, I did it.
In 30 days. In your savings account, in terms of what you took out versus what came in, you only put 1 cent more in than you took out. That would scare me.
Yeah. I really, like, mostly you see is gas and food. So I wouldn't know what to cut back on.
Gas is what's killing you.
Yeah, so we can find a closer job.
Do you have a credit card?
No, I don't. I need to get one. Can't be 22 with no credit score. So, and I'll use it for gas so I can just pay it back, and it's just like...
You pay it off every month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta actually get another account because if I see it, I'm gonna spend it.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous for you to get a credit card.
You sound like my mom.
If you see it, you spend it, and you see that $5,000 credit limit.
I'm not crazy. You didn't see that up in there. All this is reasonable.
Why so much Uber tripping?
Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong month. I literally just got that car, so I was Ubering and lifting literally everywhere. Yeah, so I mean, my job is like 5 minutes anyways, but like for other things, I was literally Ubering and lifting everywhere. So I was like, I might as well get a high car payment because I'm spending all this money.
What's your car payment now?
$440.
Ooh. So based on the amount of money that came in here when you had a steady job, your car payment is about 25% of that. And now you don't have that job. What's your credit score? Do you know?
It's not great. It's getting better, but it's not good.
Low 600, mid, high 700?
No, lower than 600.
Lower? It's beneath 600.
It's like 560. I was doing well, and I had some family emergency crap. I had to take out cards to pay for a lot of stuff.
Do you know your interest rate on this?
It's high. I don't remember exactly, but it's not.
It has to be horrible. Loan on the car, it's $20,000. You make $24,000 a year. Yeah, that hurts.
Things really do happen. There are so many like things that happen with my apartment, and obviously living with the roommate who's not working currently. So it's like sometimes I have to give more, or
That's not your responsibility though.
Well, it is because I signed a lease with her.
It isn't because you're losing money.
I understand that. But, like, she's my roommate. I'm not going to let, like, things go terrible or...
Why isn't she working?
They call her back and they're like, well, these are the only schedules that we have available. If they don't have the one she wants, she'll just decline it. And because her mom just sold their house and gave her a whole lot of money, she feels like she can live off her savings.
She chooses to quit a job because she doesn't like the schedule.
Yeah,
So she's choosing not to work right now, not to make money. She has money on the side, and yet you are paying not only more in her rent, but an overdraft fee on top of that.
No, she doesn't have a car. She has a cat.
Okay, $1,600 is not a lot to live on in Austin.
I survived something.
We can look into the checkings account and see what you're spending money on.
Okay.
Do you not like brewing your own coffee?
Yeah, I love coffee shop.
Flight Path. We got Lucky Lab, Potbelly, Lucky Lab. Really like Lucky Lab.
I do.
Kava,
Yeah.
Lucky Lab.
Yeah.
Some organic place, Pacha, Kava again. There's other restaurants in Austin, I promise.
I know.
Flight Path, Red River Cafe, changing up a little bit. Medici, I live right next to it in Medici. Or Agora, so you're in Houston.
Yeah, I love it. That's my favorite coffee place. I'll never take that one away.
Yeah, well, there's another Agora then.
I went a lot.
Empire Cafe,
Right next to Agora.
Right Bros, and Tyson's Tacos. 10% is spent on either going out to a restaurant or coffee.
Okay.
Two things of Acorns. You have your long-term retirement, and then kind of just a basic getting started type investing.
Yeah.
And then Marcus.
Those are like automatic, so I don't even look at those, which is good for those. Marcus, I had money coming out of my checks. It was like $50 or something, but I tend to spend that. So
Marcus, you tend to spend?
savings-wise, yeah. Like for instance, the money that is in there is no longer in there as of today.
This money that we're seeing right here is not there anymore.
Yeah, Jack Harlow had tickets.
This
and
was
I
half
bought
of
those.
your savings. This was half of everything of your savings. All of this together, your Acorns and your Acorns retirement and Marcus equals about $500. This is $261.
And those don't even count.
And it's all
That's like
gone.
IRA. It'll cost me to take it out.
Do you have a car loan?
Yes.
$13,500.
Yeah, that's my car.
What's your car?
I have a Nissan Sentra,
Okay, what year?
2018.
You gotta sell that car. You have to sell this car, and then you have to get a car that's worth like $2,000. You have to. No, that's not even a joke. You have to. $300 a month in monthly payments. You cannot do it. $50 in late fees, meaning you missed your payment.
I've only had it a year, actually. A little over a year. Almost 2 years.
Are you willing to sell this?
Getting a $2,000 car with the amount of miles that I drive, not conducive.
Yeah, but you're drowning
Something else would have
in
to
debt.
be sold before I sell my car.
Oh, but you can't afford that car.
Well, I mean, I do.
No, you don't. No, you do not.
I've had
You
it
do-
for 2 years.
You do not afford the car, though. You're going further and further into debt. Affording means you're paying for it and you still have money. You're losing $1,694 a month. You can't afford that. So you say $1,600 a month on average.
Yeah. On like the lower end, probably.
Yeah, on the lower end, because actually brought into your check-ins account was $2,889 in this 30 days. Was that just like a weird month? Was there extra things?
We have like really anything that's like UT related. We have like major events, and we get like upwards of like 30 to 50 an hour. When I work those weeks, I work like as many days as I try and can. With it can like double the amount of money I make.
Let's meet it in the middle. Say you make $2,000 a month on average, because some are going to be higher, some are going to be lower.
Yeah,
Out of your check-ins account last month, do you know how much left your check-ins account?
I don't look.
Guess.
Well,
What do you think you took out? Some of it did go to savings.
I want to hope it's less than the amount of money I make.
$4,275
What?
in this 30 days.
Wait, I spent 4,200.
Yeah, it actually says it right there. Luckily, you already had $3,000 in there, or else you would have bounced. Brought in was $5,860, but taken out was $5,797. Where do you think the majority of that money goes?
I use for my car loans, loan payments, and other things.
How much do you try to save on a monthly basis or annual basis?
So monthly, I try to put away anywhere from $100 to $200.
$100 to $200, but making $102,000. Why do you save so little?
I have a lot of debt to pay off personally, and then the fact of the matter is I also have 4 kids and a mother-in-law to support. So that's where most of my money goes to.
Because really in here, I see Netflix. I don't see eating out. Do you not eat out much?
Hardly ever.
That's actually really good, especially for someone trying to pay off debt. So that's really cool. What I would be doing is saving $15,000 minimum. You're not even 20 yet. Just literally eat for a couple years. It will pay off.
Man.
You do not eat. No, that is not even in the conversation.
People around me that are eating good. That's why.
Oh, no. Eating is your bank account. You're not. You're literally having fun. You took 6 months off to joyride on a motorcycle. Even though you already had a car.
That for a year.
Oh,
I bought that a year ago.
No, dude, there is no sympathy. You're not already eating. Do it for just a few years while you're working to get your degree. Then even a couple years after that. By the time you're 25, you can have like 6 months of just living expenses saved up. Just have that. Then get a job that pays $40,000 a year, $50,000 a year with your degree. And then you can save more money to your retirement. And 25 years old, you'll have a lot of time to do that. And then you'll have much more money to play with. It'll be worth it.
And we have debt consolidation, loan repayment. So that's what that GH LLC.
Debt consolidation. So what debt is in there?
So I originally had 2 credit cards with a balance of $25,000 each. And then a little over a year ago, negotiated down for that debt to about $30,000 instead of $50,000.
That's good. And is that what's in there now about?
So that's what that debt consolidation loan is.
How much is in there though?
About $31,000.
So it's gone up.
It's gone up due to the interest rate.
So your monthly minimum payments though, they're going up.
No, the monthly minimum payments per the stipulations of the contract is about $900 a month.
Why'd you end up getting into that credit card debt in the first place?
So it's years of reckless spending. A lot of that debt was when I was in college, and it's hard to work a job and then have student loans and everything, and they pay you peanuts for any kind of student jobs.
I took 6 months off of working because I felt like I got burnt out.
If we just take a look into your savings account, you had at the beginning of December, when I guess this whole thing probably started, $2,050 in. Mm-hmm. What's been taken out is $2,000. So it's almost like you've lived off of your savings.
I'm pretty sure I spent all my savings at the very beginning as well.
Like immediately, your savings gone?
Yeah. Because I started jiu-jitsu, classes for 6 months, which was like $1,050 or something. It's like $200 a month. So I was your source of income, quit your job, and then decided all the money that you had left over should go to learning jiu-jitsu and any other skills or things I wanted to get into, because I also stopped going to college.
Okay, so quitting job, quitting college, spending all the money on non-marketable skills for the job market. Do you have any more student debt?
No, fortunately I paid off all my student loan debt, which is more than a lot of people can say.
Does your wife have any debt that's not in here?
Yes, so I'm not fully aware of all my wife's debt. I do know that she has a lot of student loan debt. Not really sure what the total amount is on that. It's anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000.
Is y'all's finances together or separate?
So ours are basically separate. The only thing I don't see is her student loans, but I basically pay for everything from my accounts.
Oh, okay. So everything except for the student loan.
Right.
Well, how much does she bring in a year then?
So she's a stay-at-home mom.
Gotcha.
We're a one-income family.
Why quit instead of just getting an air-conditioned job inside where you make $20 an hour as a banker or something?
Just didn't want to work.
Just didn't want to work, so that's what it is.
Didn't want to work. I mean, it's just like, it's not what I want to do. That's why I took the 6 months off. It's like, this is what I want to do. I don't want to like be stuck in this forever, because I saw so many people that were working there for years and they just never left. Same with other jobs, like they're stuck there for years. They don't know what they want to do. They didn't have the time to like pursue anything that they're interested in. And I was like, I'm gonna get started with this.
8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Don't have the time. Sounds like an excuse.
Yes and no. I mean, it's more of an energy thing, because I would start at like 8, go home at 6, or not at 6, but whenever I get off and I'm just tired, like.
So it sounds like the drive wasn't there. Like there wasn't.
Yeah, there's just no motivation as well.
Yeah,
like,
no motivation.
Just like, this is my life. This is what I do.
So taking a deeper look, Applebee's, Uber Trip, Smoothie King, Mad Greens, Smoothie King, lots of Smoothie King, Thai Cuisine, Uber Trip, pizza, a Cash App to your friends, $65, a pub, Jack and Ginger's Irish Pub, Uber Trip. Why so many Uber trips? What are you doing?
I have to get out. I can't just be staying in the house all day.
Yeah, but if you spend $100 from the 2,400 you bring in a month, isn't that a lot?
Yeah, I probably would only Uber if like I went out to drink. That's the only time I would Uber. So that's gonna change the Uber.
So if you take into account your Uber tripping and you're going out to eat, you're spending 10% of your income on that.
Money back then and now isn't as a struggle for me because I was given to me, but this was way back in high school, I was given to me basically my dad helped me, like was giving money. He passed away from cancer when I was a junior in high school, and then from then until I turned the age of 21, I was basically given a monthly allowance.
Mm-hmm. Of how much?
Basically, I ended up having 10 to 15 grand in my savings account. And
okay.
That died down with the past 7
You've been draining it? You've essentially been like subsidizing your lifestyle off of it?
Lifestyle, yeah.
Why? Why instead of trying to get it to grow?
It was hard. Really, life happens. Car insurance, payments, doctor's appointments, stuff like that.
You quit your job after 6 months because you didn't want to work. You had $2,050 in your savings account. You spent that all on pretty much jiu-jitsu
classes and
other skills that you wanted to learn. And then through December and May, you brought in through various sources like birthday money, as you said, $5,746.80.
Well, that's pretty good. I didn't know it was that much.
Yeah, but you spent $5,785.12. So you spent $38.32 more than you brought in. So you lived in the negative over these last 6 months.
Probably, yeah. I also used my mom's credit card a little bit just for gas because, like, yeah.
So when you don't have money, you just use mom's credit card?
A little bit. But
what's a little bit?
Like $20 or $50 when I really need it. Like, I just, like, when I'm out and I need gas.
What's your monthly rent?
I only give my mom $300.
So you live with your parents?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's definitely a money saver.
$300 and then $246 for the car payment every week.
Every week?
Yeah, but it's gonna change to $110 because I have a deferred payment. Because I only put down $1,400. I don't know.
Wait, how long?
For another like 3 weeks, I'm paying $246 a week.
Oh, I see what you did. Okay, so we can quickly transition to your car debt then. Your primary loan of the car, essentially $15,000. And then you financed your down payment? Oh.
Oh, is that a lot? That's a lot of money.
No, it's just stupid.
Working at Total Wine and living at home, basically rent-free, it's good for me right now. But up until I turned at the age of 26, by the time I turn 26, I'm off my insurance. And basically, I need to find insurance through work.
Do they offer?
I believe they do, or every 35 or 30, up to 35 hours. But
so you're going to sign up the next enrollment period?
I need to, but the thing is, I'm not making enough hours at work now.
Why? What happened?
Customers for basically are paying. My customer service skills kind of dwindled down, and my manager kind of noticed, it's like, hey, you just need to work on your we also get new employees to come in, so the hours I'm basically taking away, they're getting. And
yeah, but they would only take away like a senior person's hours for a new person's hours if they thought you weren't doing well. Why do you have mom's credit card?
Mostly for big purchases that I don't pay for.
But why do you even have it? It's not yours. It's hers. Why
It's with my name and everything. It's just attached to her account. So like I have her credit score and everything too.
Oh, so okay. Well, I don't have the documents for that card.
I don't either. I literally can't tell you how much I spend on it because.
Do you know what the balance is on it?
Oh, like how much it goes up to?
Like how much is owed currently?
I don't know.
She probably pays for it.
No, she pays for it.
She's hardcore enabling what's going on right now.
I asked her about it, and she said, "Look, you can do that, but you need to go back to school. You need to get a job." Like she's enabling it, but she's also the one that's pushing me and like helping me out.
If I was Mama Zeke, I would cut off the money until you went back to school and then give that extra assistance if that's what she wanted to do. The fact that you're able to still use the card when you're not following the guidelines that she wants, literally pure enablement. Why don't you just actually save up some money and put money down instead of financing a down payment?
I'll put more money down.
Why didn't you just put money down in general?
I put $1,400 down. I could have put $2,000. I was supposed to put $2,000, but they deferred the payment of $600, so I had to pay that extra to pay that off that $600. Then it's gonna be $110 a week.
Why are you doing it by week?
That's how they do it.
You know they do.
That's actually better for me because then I don't know. Then it's going to be harder for me to budget, I feel like.
You do weekly budgets instead of monthly?
I just feel like it would just be easier for me. I don't know, because I would have to save. I would have to save more. I would have to save, like...
You know they're showing you that $110 a week because $110 is an easy number to swallow. Right? $440 a month. How does that sound?
That's a lot.
So how many hours do you work now?
25 to 30 hours right now.
Yeah, that's hard.
It's how much I would bring home a paycheck usually would be in between, for 2 weeks, I get paid every 2 weeks, would be in between 600 to 800. So very often too is I do take out of my savings account when I spend more than I'm actually needing to, or basically like have to spend.
Would it not make more sense to set exactly how much you're allowed to spend on food a month, how much you're allowed to spend on going out, how much you're allowed to spend on transportation, and then you only spend up to that amount and the rest is just bonus. It's savings.
I try to do that. I try as much as I can, but if I don't go out that much at all. Usually it's like one night a week. Usually it's for drinks.
Well, that can be a lot when you're making $1,724 after taxes.
Ooh, and that's after how many months?
That's 30 days.
That's 30 days.
Yeah, it's a month. Basically $600 not working to just have fun. What is the plan here? This is not sustainable. How are you even surviving? Oh, mama's credit card.
A lot of times I actually don't spend money when I go out. Yeah. I go out.
A lot of times I don't spend money when I go out.
Man, I'm telling you.
$600 in a month.
I'm pretty frugal, to be honest.
I don't think you know what frugal means. At one point you were responsible enough to put $2,050 in a savings account.
Man, that was child support money too. That wasn't even from
Do you even care about your finances?
Yes, but like I've been able to save up like $5,000, and then like I just had it there, and I was like, what am I doing? I was supposed to go to Japan with that money, and then COVID happened, and then I bought a motorcycle, and then
Bought a motorcycle.
Yeah, I have a motorcycle.
You have a car too?
Yeah. Motorcycles for fun.
Oh,
for fun too. But.
Yeah, is it a little fun? Essentially $1,000 for a used car. For a used $15,000 car, $1,000 a month. Half of your income a month for a $15,000 car. Who convinced you to do this? Did you do this on your own? Were your parents with you?
Yeah, my mom was with me.
And she didn't try to talk you out of this?
No, that's the only, because I can really have a good story after like my ex-husband ruined my credit. There could be a whole story about credit. If you were to pull my credit score, but it's like 18 things on my credit now.
My budget for going downtown to clubs, I try to keep under, if it's a good paycheck, it also depends on how many times I get paid that month too.
That's not how you should budget, but...
I know, but...
Go on.
If I get paid twice a month, I usually limit myself to like $40 going downtown. If I get paid 3 times a month, anywhere between 60 and 80, I believe.
How much do you think you took out of your checking within that 30 days. You brought in $1,724. How much came out?
24. I probably took out basically all of it.
1,924.
That seems about right.
More left your checking account than came in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, luckily, you didn't bounce at all because you had more money in there when you started the month. $552 beginning balance. At the end, $352. So,
that's about right.
How many Amazon purchases do you think you had?
Oh God, it kind of blurs by, but usually it's something that I'll typically need, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what I bought.
30 days.
This month, yeah, it was probably like around 20.
26.
Yeah, 26.
That's a lot. That's almost a purchase a day on Amazon.
Yeah.
How much do you think you spent on Amazon in the 30 days?
In these 30 days, I probably spent like maybe $300, $400.
$1,000.
Okay.
Amazon. Oh, let's see. Oh, there's another page. Oh, look at how many circles there are. Amazon. That word has no more meaning for me anymore now that I've just said it that many times. But that's how many times you shopped at Amazon. One thing I did see in here was $100, and then another $100 went to paying off a personal loan. Now, you told me that $2,000 personal loan is all paid.
Yes.
So congratulations on that. That's exciting. Why'd you take out the personal loan in the first place?
It was the down payment for the car.
Oh no, he
part
financed the down payment? Why does this keep happening to me?
It was a two-year loan paid down in 6 months.
It was Oh no!
It was
a 2-year loan on a down. How much was the down payment? How much did you actually put down?
I put down $1,500, and then I used the other $500 in part to pay back the loan because I wasn't going to use the full loan.
Good news, it's gone.
It's gone.
I would never do that again. I feel disgusted seeing that.
Yeah, no, it was not.
This is why
what I wanted to do, but
this is where the emergency fund comes in place. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And what do you do for a living?
I model and act.
Full time?
That's what I want to do. It's chasing my dream.
Do you have any other job?
I do not. No other jobs, no vocations.
How much do you bring in on average a month? How much do you make?
This is going to be the first month I've actually brought in anything in the 3 months that I've been trying to do this. And this month I've made probably about $1,000 so far. I've allocated about $300 for fun and about $500 for food.
Since you're making the sacrifice of not making income to try to have this dream that you want, why not also sacrifice the expenses?
So a lot of what I do in my personal life keeps me happy. It keeps me fighting.
But aren't you able to sacrifice for a singular year and say you would be happier later?
Me being happy is the most important thing. Well, I could die tomorrow.
You could say that for literally anything in life.
But I was not willing to give that up because that is a lot of what makes me who I am.
There's almost $4,000 in a personal loan. What's that for? Give us the story.
Yeah, sure. So my dad purchased my car, right? My dad originally purchased it under his name. But when I moved here, I needed to, in order to get the title transferred to me, I had to buy the car from him. There was around $4,000 left on the car. I originally just tried to get an auto loan because, instead of having him pay, instead of just driving the car, because I had a job, right? Why make him pay for the car while I'm driving it? Now that I have a job, it's fair for me to take on the car loan. I tried to look for an auto loan, right? Because those typically have a lower interest rate than a personal loan. But every time they just wouldn't approve me. They just wouldn't.
Really? Can we check your credit score?
705 and 705.
Okay, nice. What sucks is the interest rate is 15%.
Yeah. I didn't want to do it, but I had to get some loan.
Killer.
Yeah, the other loans I tried to get, they were over 20%. It was the lowest I could get immediately.
It's crazy. Well, we have your checking account. I broke down some of your spending. Mm-hmm. How much do you think you spent in total, or how much money do you think was taken out of your checking account within the 30-day statement, which was April?
About 2,000.
About 2,000, that's what you think came out?
Yeah.
What about 3,185?
Ooh, I don't know what I was doing in April then.
Eating out a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, lots of eating out. How much do you think you put in?
Probably a little more than, like around 2.5.
3,278, which means you put in $92.24 more than you took out.
Yeah.
But what immediately made me nervous, there are transfers from your savings account.
Yeah.
So kind of subsidizing your life
Mm-hmm.
on the money that you already saved.
Yeah.
I model and act.
Full time? That's
what I want to do. It's chasing my dream.
Do you have any other job?
I do not.
How much do you bring in on average a month? How much do you make?
This is going to be the first month I've actually brought in anything. This month I've made probably about $1,000 so far.
All right. Well, you also have savings on the side. Now, what makes me nervous about this and aligns with what you've said so far about stopping the consistent income to pursue a dream. I was happy when I saw $14,500, but that's not the ending balance. That was at the beginning. But where did we end? We ended with $4,000 less, $10,710. You had the money saved up and you're using it to help sustain life.
Best I can, yes.
Do you think now $10,000 is enough to sustain that?
I wouldn't say like a flip switched, but there was just an aha moment is what I call it when I was at work one day and people kind of go their whole lives without betting on themselves. And I just wanted to bet on myself regardless.
Definitely. A bet's a good word.
It is a bet. It's a wager.
For 2 years before that, you built up credit card debt, lived off the parents' money, and didn't work between graduating college and getting the exact job you wanted. Like, you didn't go down to Walmart and work for $15 an hour while you were waiting?
$15 an hour? No.
So you didn't have to rely on your parents?
It's San Jose. How far do you think $15 an hour is going to go?
Well, in San Jose, I'm sure they pay more.
Like, an apartment in San Jose is like well over 2,000. You're looking at like 2,300.
You had your own place?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't have my own place.
So I guess that doesn't matter then.
Yeah, I didn't. I was living with my parents.
But why weren't you working at all, though?
Yeah, I can see that, right? It's like, okay, why not just take a job, right? Why not just take some sort of a retail job or a service job, right? It's more so, I would have to basically spend several hours working that job, and at the end of the day, I would just be exhausted.
But you were taking your parents' money, though.
Yeah.
$34,000 income, $15,000 balance on a car loan.
Mm-hmm.
Are you not nervous about that? The fact that the current balance now makes up almost 50% of your income pre-tax.
Not super nervous. The car I recently got, I had a car that was fully paid for, like it was mine, wasn't paying on it, but it got total loss.
Really?
Yeah. And then being in California, like you kind of really have to have a vehicle. And specifically for the job that I got.
You remember what the price of the car was when you got it?
It was about 15, 16, right around there. So I just started paying.
Pretty pricey car, $22,739 payoff on a 2020 Honda Accord.
That is correct. Purchased that car when I first got to Howdy Honda.
So you purchased it through the place you worked at?
That's correct. I got a nice deal on it.
What's considered a nice deal?
About $10,000 off.
Yet, it is worth, right now, the payoff amount.
About, yeah.
When we checked it before this, it's worth between $22,000 to $24,000.
That's correct.
Trade in. Payoff $22,739. So even with the $10,000 and even with the crazy car market,
Still about what it's worth.
it's better than being underwater.
Yeah, no,
I will say that.
And I've got my gap, and I did all of the nice contracts, which is why it's a little bit higher. Would have probably been about 400 or 380, but
Well, you know what part
it's protected.
You know what part of this contract I hate? $450 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Being squeezed from your zero income. So all of a sudden now we have half of the income you currently make goes to eating out, half the income goes to the car. That is split 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
So your minimum monthly payment, $360. Pretty brutal. What's your rent?
It's 2015.
Whew.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is.
And your firm minimum payment is
148.
Yeah, $150. Amazon, $1,000. You don't need that much, but grocery stores, $454. Oh, yeah. I mean, as you can see, this is already adding up, and this is why I am scared. What happens? You have $8,000. You say you spend $4,000 a month. You have a 2-month emergency fund. What happens if this job market doesn't work the way that you and I are thinking right now in this moment, and all of a sudden you don't have a job in 2 months? What happens when that saving account hits zero? What do you do?
In that case, I'll have to do something like Uber, some sort of retail job to make ends meet. It's just one of those things you'd have to figure out as an adult.
What do you think you spent on food within that month? Going out to eat. This is going out to eat. This isn't groceries. Just going out to eat.
Oh, I have no idea because I know I Uber Eats a lot, and in California, those fees are like half the price of what the food actually is. It was more than $500 on eating out.
It was $300.
Oh.
What couldn't be taken into account is if you Venmo'd anyone, like if any friends covered things. So I wasn't able to take that in account, but $300. So essentially 10% of your spending of everything that was taken out was going out to eat. What makes me more nervous is with the $34,000 income and then the $300 going out to eat in a month where there's already a big emergency and you're spending more than you normally do.
Yeah.
Why didn't you cut back on eating out in the month where there was a big bill?
Mostly laziness on cooking.
Well, with what you spend, it'll last you 4 months.
Oh, that was from the start. That calculation was from the start of...
Right. So we have about 4 months left.
Give or take, yeah.
Until you're literally at zero.
I like higher dining. And in terms of the most expensive habit that I have, I would say it's that.
Well, higher dining, I mean, we're talking...
Whataburger,
Whataburger, McDonald's, Golden Chick, Sports Bar, Whataburger.
That is higher.
I jumped around a bit there, but we got McDonald's. We're not really talking much higher eating Golden Chicks.
Well, it's higher eating than a lot of people can afford.
Sure, I guess, but but it doesn't fit into your budget. No, I don't think you can afford it, technically.
Technically, I can't afford to live since I'm not making any money.
Do you know the balance of what's in the checking account?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So right now I'm looking at a balance of $1,000.78 because I just bought a car. You know, we actually kind of put ourselves in a bad situation. We bought a house, basically liquidated all of our emergency funds for the down payment, so we didn't have to do PMI.
How much is in your savings right now? That general emergency fund.
The general emergency fund. Let's check this out.
Let's take a look.
Yeah. Okay, so she says nothing, literally nothing.
In your no. So now you own a home without a general emergency fund, but things happen all the time with homes.
Oh, 100%.
I've purchased 2 homes, sold them, and now I live in the condo. Even still, I almost had to replace this entire AC unit for $12,000 it was going to take. Oh, what would you do in that situation?
So I think one of the things that we would do is probably just put it on a credit card, which sucks because, you know, we all know credit cards are super high.
We have more in what you call store shop and stuff like that and restaurants. Oh yeah, we're about $60 there. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're spending 25% of your post-tax income on the hot dogs at 7-Eleven and McDonald's. 25% of your post-tax income.
I could cut that down to 12%. Wait, no.
You're gonna have to.
Some of it is DIY.
We'll get there. No, I'm not including DIY.
No, that is 0% because since then. Well, okay, I did.
DIY is making your own food, right?
Yes.
And I'm not including that.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about the 25%. Yeah. Trust me, I see it.
I think I could double my DIY and save net. You know.
So after all spending $22 in cash. $500 is in a personal savings. And then you have another emergency fund of $1,200. Why are they separate?
The emergency fund and which one?
American Express, $500.
Oh yeah, one of them was specifically for a house. The other one was for emergencies.
Which one of these so the $500 is for a house?
Yeah, I took money out of that one too.
For what?
For crypto. That one was I have that one up to like $1,500, close to $2,000.
So there was a prospect of purchasing a home at some point.
Yeah,
you were pretty far away, but you were getting the
that's what I
base.
was like, yeah.
But you were forming the baseline.
Yeah,
and you decide to shred up that baseline.
Pretty much.
How much do you think was taken out of the checking account?
Oh yeah, we didn't even get to that.
Within 3 months.
Within 3 months.
I will say it's better now that I know you make $200,000 after taxes.
Okay, yeah, that probably changes the equation or conversation a little bit. I probably want to say like 32,000 in the last like 3 months.
$47,605.25.
That's a lot higher than I thought.
That's a lot higher than you thought. $47,495.99 is what was put in.
Okay.
Meaning $109.26 less.
Okay.
How much do you think within the quarter you spent eating out?
Within the quarter? Okay, so we probably spent about $300 a week eating out.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's so much.
Yeah, brunch goes hard, man. Brunch goes hard.
Let's talk about that laptop. You borrowed $600. Oh no! Your interest amount?
Oh yeah.
Whoa! Wait, who approved you for this? What is this? Your interest amount is an additional $712.
Take what you can get when you got a
Take what you
500
can
credit
get.
score.
No. Take what you get. You don't pay more in interest than the loan you take. That's not take what you get. That's you getting. What is happening? This is ridiculous.
Well, my thought process at the time was like, hey, it's a $600 loan, but whatever, I'll grind it out in 2 checks. That was 4 checks ago.
Oh, dude. Oh. And you're cope laughing through it. I respect it. It's okay. But I hurt. This, because I'm trying to put myself in your shoes. This is insane.
Yeah, money's not real at the end of the day.
There are 2 debts that were not included in this. There was the $3,000 in tooth debt and $3,000 in truck debt. What other debt do you have?
That's it.
That is it. Yeah. $6,000 and you have no debt.
Right. Or student loan.
That's a debt.
Student loan.
Yes.
Let's forget about that.
How much?
A lot.
How much?
76,000.
This whole conversation is meaningless now. That's such a base level.
Yeah.
76,000? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Because you have a degree in, what's the degree?
Mental health. Clinical mental health.
And that's a master's?
Yeah.
Any of them? Crap. Are they all federal?
Yeah.
Thank goodness there's at least, I can squeeze out that as an upside, but there is barely any upside to that. Do you guys have any student loans?
I do.
No.
I know. However, the student loans did allow me to get the job that I have right now. So
but you're in your 30s. How much is it?
It's $21,000.
Why? How much was it? How much did you take
30?
out? 30? So you paid $10,000 in essentially 13 years?
Grad school.
You went to
when I was 29, so 5 years ago. So maybe a little bit of like.
What was your undergrad and what was your grad in?
Oh my God, my undergrad completely worthless. Recreation parks and tourism sciences. It was, back in college. The joke was it was rather party than study, and definitely kind of lived up to its name. Grad school, went to my grad degree for information systems and business intelligence.
Okay.
So it's kind of a little bit of a...
Some people come from disadvantaged backgrounds. I'm not angry at that, obviously. Some people take it that way. I am angry that you signed up for this when you did not need to. And now you can't afford to do anything because these minimum payments you're doing are insane. So what is it? You borrowed only $680, which with the money you bring in is like... What, a fifth of that? A fifth of that? The interest rate on this thing, 580.19%. That is death. So this is your total right here then?
Yes. Assuming I pay this right after we get out, right after I pay it right now.
You've paid so far double what you took out. How long ago was this that you?
June, end of June, or was it May?
$500 is in a personal savings, and then you have another emergency fund of $1,200. Why are they separate?
The emergency fund and which one?
American Express, $500.
Oh yeah, one of them was specifically for a house. The other one was for emergencies.
Which one of these so the $500 is for a house?
Yeah, I took money out of that one too.
For what?
For crypto. That one was like I have that one up to like $1,500, close to $2,000.
So there was a prospect of purchasing a home at some point.
Yeah,
you were pretty far away, but you were getting the base.
Like, yeah.
But you were forming the baseline.
Yeah,
and you decide to shred up that baseline.
Pretty much.
I had to lend my sister money. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
That $600, I had to give her money for a bit.
Really? So what did you lend it for?
Her credit card.
No.
So wait, no, like I lent it to like my actual money, but it was for her credit card payment.
Yeah,
like,
so she was paying off her debt.
Yes.
And now she has debt to you.
Yes.
Why
are my glasses off?
Was that a gift that you gave
her?
No.
No.
So she owes it to you.
Yeah, she owes it to me.
That makes me nervous. Have you done that before?
No, I haven't. But the reason I have credit card debt is because my mom took out a car for her under my credit. I was like under the credit thing.
Whoa, wait. Are you a cosigner or is it just straight up you?
I don't know. I have no idea. They never told me anything. They just used like my credit. She's been paying it. Like it's not bad. Like my credit score is actually really good.
I did see your credit score. It is good. But that's still crazy that you do that non-consensually.
I was like, yeah, whatever. Because I was like,
okay, so you did.
Yeah, I was like, she wasn't gonna take no. My mom wasn't gonna take no for an answer. So I was like, yeah, I'll just yes.
That's healthy. Do you have any investing or retirement though?
Not any longer.
Oh boy. Okay. Go ahead, tell me.
Had a job with the school system and then lost it and needed emergency funds, so I pulled out of my TRS and.
How much?
It wasn't much. It was only like $3,000, but that was about 7 years ago, and I'm still paying the penalty on it because
imagine what it could be today, though.
I know that's exactly. Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, I'm really sorry. That sucks. The penalty. I think I saw it. I saw an interesting payment
to the IRS.
I think it was to some government service.
I do at least $50 a month, sometimes more to the IRS because I am.
Yeah. Credit card, much less fun than the savings account. Why are you doing cash advances?
So that credit card is actually maxed out and closed. So same thing with 2020. I had maxed it out a little bit before that, but once 2020 hit, it was closed because I wasn't making the payments on it. So now it's just kind of an interest pond. So that's kind of what I'm here for is like we have this one collecting interest and I have another account that's collecting interest. And
yeah,
I just
almost 15% interest here. And you're getting $224 interest in fees. Insane.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy on your current balance of $4,616. What I extra do not like about this is only $102 was paid.
This one.
Yeah, $102 was paid when you went to that wing place for what was it? And then that Target shop was over $100, spending $672 more than bringing in. Mm-hmm. That's still pretty scary on $22 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Eating out.
Oh my god.
How much do you think you spend every month eating out?
I spend probably like $2,000 a month. Or like $1,000. I don't know.
This isn't perfect because you could have Venmo'd people. And so I tried to do my best guess based on the account statement, recognizing certain restaurants. $656.
600? That's it? No, that's not bad. Well, it's a lot, obviously, but I really thought like it was like 1,000. It's almost close to 1,000.
I'm really happy it's not 1,000 because before taxes, you bring in $3,943 a month. Yeah, I'm definitely glad it's not 1,000. What is up with Wheatsville?
Oh, it's a grocery store near my house, and it has really good food. It's like has like a hot bar, and it's really good.
Oh, the hot bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I
So
hate
we can then add that to eating out, and you get closer to your 1,000.
Oh.
Somebody likes Amazon.
That's me.
Yeah.
A lot.
Amazon total of 825, which almost comes out to a third of your post-tax income. Almost. Combine all these together, and they're definitely over a third. $18 from Amazon. Then we have $22.96 from Amazon. $10.24 from Amazon. $20.23 from Amazon. And then you return that $20.23. So you brought that one back. Then we had some more returns. And then we spent another $37.11 from Amazon. $88.50. Big purchase there. Maybe that was the school supplies purchase. Another $48 spent. Another $59 spent. These really add up. Upstart. What was the context behind this? Why did you do Upstart?
I was trying to pay off a debt in collections or pay a partial. And the guy was really pushy and really mean, and he told me to get a loan in order to pay partial. So that's what I did.
The guy that you owed?
The debt collector guy on the phone.
Oh, okay.
He ended up starting calling me at work.
Yeah, they'll do that. They're bullies. They're bad people, but I wouldn't have taken his advice necessarily.
I didn't talk to anybody about it.
I know.
You know, you don't really want to air your dirty laundry with the debt collections.
No.
So I jumped on the first one that pretty much approved me with like a 589 credit score for $4,000.
Yeah, $3,900 at a 27.05% interest rate.
Mm-hmm.
You are spending over your allotment of wants on literally food.
I know.
There's other things you want to do on top of that, I assume.
Not really. I actually don't do it.
No, there's other
I do go to
things
Target. I do go to Target.
That's because that was the other thing. Because
I work at the style department. It's hard.
Target. Target. Oh, I'm not done.
Okay.
No. Because you're going to go to Target again. And guess what? You're going to go to Target. You clearly want to spend money on other things, but your wants category is already beyond spent.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
A lot. I don't know. It's just I've gotten so used to spending money. That's why I'm here right now.
Credit card. This one scares me because those other ones, interest free. Don't love them. Just based on the entire financial situation, don't love them. But this one is very much not interest free. In fact, just within the last days, $65.28 of interest was charged to you. Oh, we have a balance of $4,271.26. Only made a payment of $100, which imagine how much of that Amazon money could go towards paying this down. Oh. Total in 2022, $686.27 of interest has been charged to you. You've lost over $1,000 just because you're carrying a balance on this card. So what is up with this card? Because there's not purchases from it.
So this is the emergency credit card I share with my ex-husband.
I don't really use credit cards. The reason I got back into using credit cards was because of the travel. And then, I don't know, I kind of get I feel like I get more tempted to spend money I don't have when I use credit cards. So
That's not good.
That's why I'm trying to pay it off and then just...
If that's the case, if that's your literal mental mindset around money that you don't have with credit usage, I would cut up your credit cards. Yeah, I love credit cards.
I don't use the American... I threw the American Express card away.
I would throw the Discover card away.
I need to pay it off, though.
Yeah, you need to pay it off. You don't need to have it to pay it off.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be in your wallet for you to pay it off. What?
Yeah, I don't want to throw it. I don't know. I just don't want to tell it.
Well, you're still spending on it within the 30 days. You have.
I try to make sure the balance is still going down from month to month, or at least the total credit amount.
All I'm saying is you've admitted that your mindset is you have trouble
I
spending money.
Credit cards are just not for me. But...
Credit cards are not for you, and that is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you recognize it.
This is me taking my money out to put in my cash pile. That's what that is. So I leave myself like a certain amount of my check left over, and that's for me, that's like my spending money. That's what I leave in my checking. But then I take out the rest and I take the cash and I put it in my cash pile.
How much is in your cash pile?
Around like 10 grand.
Dude, why? Why? Why not put that in Marcus and at least keep up with normal inflation? It's a losing value. I mean, you know that.
Yeah.
You watch financial videos on YouTube, you know that. Why is that not in a high yield savings account?
That's why I'm here talking to you.
Okay, well, that's
because
fair.
I didn't know. It started to get to the point where it's like, okay, this is too much.
Also, what if you get robbed?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know what crime's like in Boise. Like, what, are mountain goats gonna break into your house and steal your money? What's your rent?
It varies because utilities is included, but it's usually between $16.90 and $17.10.
You know, lifestyle inflation your way right into a very expensive apartment, my dude.
Went to live alone.
I know my friends have apartments here that live alone that spend well less than $1,700 a month.
I also couldn't really tour anywhere.
What you could do is make excuses, clearly.
I mean, I pay my rent on time.
You pay your rent on time, yes, but that's not the issue. The issue is $5,000 a month after everything. $2,000 of it is going to rent and utilities. We want to pay these things off quicker. We want to have an emergency fund quicker. That happens much less quick when you have much less to play with. Because the rest of your savings is in Dogecoin.
Yeah. So like I had $5,000 I put into Dogecoin, and then it shot up to $20,000. I didn't sell. My girlfriend was like, sell it. I was like, no, it's gonna go to $1. I didn't sell, and then I sold when it reached like $9,000. So I made like $4,000, but I could have like $20,000.
So how much was left in there afterwards, after you sold?
I think it was close to 9,000. Then I put it back.
Peaked right about, looks like what, May 6th? Yep.
Yeah.
And then that's around then's when you got your 8.
Yeah.
And then you put it back in, and since then, though of course it's gone down, up, it has been historically down.
Yeah.
This $5,000 has turned into a total of $1,645. So, great investment, right? And there's money. I'm okay with gambling in general, but you do that on like a very small percentage of your money, you know? But you went, I don't even know what did your savings look like in February of 2021?
That's all I had.
This was all of your money at the time.
Yeah.
I'm going to title this video, Put All His Money in Dogecoin. We had Airbnb, American Airlines, Airbnb, the Inn, and then Z-Trip from Albuquerque. And then for the Food Aposto, Eatery A.
Yikes, that one was big.
Yeah.
It was restaurant week. It was expensive. I think it was like $160 or $170 probably.
$192.
Okay, $192.
Sushi, P. Terry's. It looks like you went to the cafe in Nordstrom.
Oh, yeah.
And Lolo,
Mm-hmm.
some bakery cafe, Dulce Neve, and Ichiban, Austin. You were just going through college maxing out cards, huh? Like, I don't have money, so let me use this infinite money card. If we include your student loans, it gets much worse. But your credit card debt, which, by the way, a lot of these cards are pretty much maxed out.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, right around $9,000. So on here, you had a previous balance of $1,896. You only paid $57, which, by the way, minimum payment $59. So you didn't do anything additional here. You had interest charged, which was just within the 30-day statement of $40, essentially, just rounded up. $40 taken away from you. Previous balance, $3,057.29. But payments, $916. That is great to see. With what you bring in a month, that I think you could increase that, but we'll talk about that.
More than my rent.
But guess what? you spent more money on this card. Just about $50. This PayPal credit, previous balance $2,420 with new payments of $77. Guess what? More purchases. There's purchases on every single one of these cards that are essentially maxed out. Credit limit of $2,500. New balance because of your payment of $2,407, but $52 of interest paid. $2,765 balance right now with a 22.99% interest. You paid $82, and these are some. This is a pretty high minimum payment here. So again, basically maxed out. It'll take years and years and years and years to pay off all these if you only do minimum monthly payments. Luckily, you've started with the Amazon card, starting to beat it down, which I like, and I am not gonna beat you up for that. That is great. You chop it up, you never spend on it again. You never spend on your dog credit cards. You only spend what's in your checking account. And then from there, that's when you try to pay your car off 15% interest rate, right? I think is what you said. You take that, you try to pay that off as quick as you can. You put every single cent that is not going to groceries, utilities, and rent to paying that off, and then you kill your IRS debt. With every single penny you have, that is all of a sudden not going to the stupid credit card, that is not going to the stupid car loan, it is going to the IRS, and this is going to be a multi-year journey of not having fun. But right now, you're not making progress on it. You're going in the opposite direction because you're going into credit card debt. $500 for minimum monthly payment on a $30,000 debt with a $40,000 income on a depreciating asset. You bought a car that is way too expensive for your situation.
Okay.
Way too expensive.
The car, I will seriously think about. It's probably not going to happen. But yeah, we will see about the car.
Why is it not going to happen?
Because I really like it. It's like I said, it's kind of my one vice of like...
Americans and their cars. So stupid. It doesn't matter. Your future is much more important than your car's future.
I have never had like a car to myself, and I have a big girl job now.
You'll have many cars for yourself for the remainder decades when you're wealthy. Who gives a crap right now? You make $10,000 more than essentially, well, it'd be considered like a poverty wage in Austin. Do you have any other debts? Do you have any debts?
I had some debt with apartments, broken lease.
Oh no!
Yes.
How much?
About 3,000 something plus.
Oh.
I got some medical bill debt.
Oh, how much?
About looking like $2,000.
Okay.
I got some another procedure debt.
How much?
About 18,000.
18,000?
So I invested heavily into crypto whenever I was
Heavily.
Okay. So I put around 18K in there.
Oh.
And it went up to around 32. Didn't take it out. Was an idiot. Now it's around 3,500.
Oh. From 17 to 3,500.
Yeah, that was.
Oh.
It hurts.
Why? Is there any debt on the business?
Right now, yes. So I did take out a loan to get the food trailer. Took out $43,000.
Oh, $43,000 at what APR?
5 point something. The monthly payments are $740.
Oh, it's as much as your rent.
It is. It's more than my rent. Yeah, that's the business side of things.
And it's not up and running. How long ago was this?
Probably May. This summer. It's very new too.
It's a city. How long until everything's good to go and you can only 2 days a week? Are you going to be making $740 of profits?
No, not yet, but I will pay it with my main job as well.
$1,500 spent from there, then your rent, then this. You barely have any money left over. Okay, so $571 minimum monthly payment. Now all of a sudden, include your home. You guys like don't have money, like currently with the single income, working the 3 jobs, because all the money you guys are spending on other things. I actually do not know how you are. Well, actually, you are slightly draining savings to do everything. Mostly the home, but I mean, you guys are spending more right now than is bringing in.
Like in my wife's case, like she buys the groceries, but she's not getting an income right now, so that's all straight up coming from her emergency fund.
How much did she save up before? You said she saved up a good amount.
Like $30K. So
I think it's time to combine incomes.
Yes, yeah.
Like kind of immediately, and then I would take your $15K in SoFi, her $30K. Then I would probably, everything. I would probably have $25,000 to $30,000 sitting in maybe SoFi as your
so like
household
a
joint emergency fund. Again, a big thank you for your support these last 5 months, and I cannot wait to keep making more content and improving the content as we go forward. You are all the best. Subscribe and stick around for more. Thanks.